Maggie, first of all, I want to congratulate you on a job really well done.
Thanks.
And bringing that to the surface here, because this is a huge rights issue, and as you keep on saying, that it's a much broader issue than just Ontario alone.
It's funny how we've seen this whole year has been just the rights of the unborn have really been challenged here in Canada, in Ontario. And so, yeah, this is a broader issue. This is not a pro-life, pro-choice debate. This really has to do with access to information, the access that you have as a Canadian citizen, the access that I have as a journalist, and the fact that our government has now said we cannot access any information or any statistics pertaining to abortion. That's a bigger issue. That means, as Face On Here said, that when it comes to issues of teen pregnancy, all of these things play a role in finding out and being able to tell the bigger part of the story. So, yeah, it's a broad issue.
Now, there was something that Frank Cleese was saying, because he talked about debating the bill itself, but it's important to understand that debate on the issue itself of restricting access to abortion data in the province, that was the area that was just brushed under the carpet, not given proper attention, and before anybody knew it, it was virtually slipped through the back door. Now, this Patricia Maloney that blew the cover of that, she had actually the year before gained some stats on what the abortion rates look like in Ontario, and even though she gained those stats, it's still believed that it's much higher. And here's some of what she found: that in 2010 there were 43,977 abortions, 2009 30,268, 2008 32,150, and 32,331 in 2007. So overall, it seems to be rising, and this is a concern, not to mention that this is taxpayer funded as well. And so there are a lot of implications here, and the big question is, why the concealment?
Right, and that's the big issue. Why are we being protected? Why is this information being protected from us? And I mean, if you look at this bill, and we understand, I mean, MPPs and MPs get stacks and stacks of paper all the time, and you know, they're expected to go through all of the fine print. And really, I mean, this bill, which was about broader accountability,
very significant,
broader accountability of financial aspects of government facilitated institutions, buried in this bill was this one line that specified that we would no longer have access to abortion. So it's kind of weird how this has kind of been hidden. It has nothing really to do with the bill itself.
Now, Dr. Margaret Somerville, she is a well-known ethicist, in fact, a director of the McGill Center for Medicine and Bioethics. And here's a quote that she said that I think is very significant. Quote, "The government just wants the issue of abortion to go away and hopes that secrecy of information will help to achieve that outcome," unquote. And you know, Maggie, it's not just here in Ontario, in Canada, it's worldwide, because if you visit our website for the full version of World Report, something else came out, and that is in France. They just passed legislation to fully fund all abortions in that country, 225,000 a year, according to stats. And this is both through surgical and chemical means. And what's so terrible about this, okay, it's costing $17.5 million a year, and they're already running a $30 billion deficit in their health care. And get this, the way they're funding it is through a new tax on retirees is going to be implemented to fund it.
Wow. I mean, we have to look at the bigger issue and the fact that we need to speak up as citizens of our country and citizens of this world, to be able to say that we need to stand for the unborn. The unborn can't speak, and how can we do something? And I think Patricia Maloney is a perfect example of that. If she hadn't made it public that she was trying to access this information, the media wouldn't have known, EFC wouldn't have known. So it's a bigger issue, and I think it challenges all of us to really take a stand when it comes to this.
Hats off to her, and hats off to you, Maggie.
Thank you. Thank you. And I mean, we could always find more information, great information, on the website. And click on World Report.
Yes.